Warning, the views and beliefs in the following program does not reflect the views of Boom Broadcasting. We give full creative control to our creators and do not believe in cancel culture. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Monday night, which means the mics are back. Viewer discretion is advised.
Live from the MOWM studio, Boom Broadcasting presents The Nightcap. And your host of The Nightcap, mouthing off with Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Nightcap here on Boom Broadcasting, hosted by none other than Mouthing Off with Mike, ladies and gentlemen. And it is the first wrestling show here of the new week here of January. We are live in the ATL, but we are live here on Boom Broadcasting with my fellow Mike, the president of Boom Broadcasting. That's Michael Davis. What's going on tonight, Prez?
Dude, what a Monday Night Raw. Now, when I agreed to be on the Nightcap and accept the invitation that I haven't had for a couple weeks, I was like, okay, this will be fun, interesting. But, dude, I didn't expect the Monday Night Raw we had because, dude, just when you think it's over, they decide.
They
nope,
pull you just as soon as I'm out, they pull me back in,
pull
baby.
you back in. Oh, what a good way to end my Monday with you, my friend.
It's a great way to end a Monday, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in as everyone's filing in single file lines like we're going to the water fountain here in elementary school. Come on in, come hang out, grab yourself a nightcap of your own while you enjoy and view the Nightcap here on Boom Broadcasting. Prez, I know you were a busy man this week, so I don't know if you've had a chance to check out the Saturday night's main event Nightcap with good brother Chano from Four Sides of the Ring. Please don't. I don't need any fines in the mail for what may have transpired on a Saturday night.
It's already billed by mail right now.
You got to be kidding me. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
it's just taking a long time to get over there.
Just make sure, when you guys come on over and you're watching the Nightcap, just make sure you like, you subscribe, you comment, because that helps kind of pay off the fines that I owe Mike for this past week's Nightcap on Saturday night. Go check it out. It's on demand here on Boom Broadcasting's YouTube. Mike, Monday Night Raw. This is now what? The fourth. We're on number 4. The 4th episode of Raw on Netflix. I have one big giant complaint coming out of Monday Night Raw that we're going to actually start the show on. We're not going to start the show on recapping the opening segment, which saw a lot of talking tonight. We're going to ask the question to the people tonight. Mike, are you ready for this?
I have a feeling I know where this question is
I
going.
said, are you ready? Yeah. It's time to play the game because where is the Raw Women's Division, ladies and gentlemen? Mike, you know me very well. The people viewing this, if you are a habitual Nightcap viewer, you know what I am. I am a big women's wrestling fan. I am a big advocate for equal opportunity, equal times on each show. Mike, we are 4 weeks in. I think I saw maybe one women's match tonight and 2 backstage segments for the women. Even one of those segments being the new Intercontinental Women's Champion, Lyra Valkyria. Mike, what the hell's going on, man?
Dude, there wasn't a lot of representation tonight from the women's division on Monday Night Raw. And yeah, it's weird because you have all the flexibility with being on Netflix, and it looked like this show ended around 10:40 Eastern time. But you had Liv and Raquel in that tag match. You had Lyra Valkyria in the backstage segment. You had Bayley popping up there. you have the news that Zoe Stark is going, or not Zoe Stark, my bad. Zelina Vega is going to SmackDown.
Great
I know
move.
I am super excited about that. We've
We'll
been
talk
talking
about it.
back and forth. Dakota Kai's injured. So if you start looking at the division, unless you had another recycled Damage Control versus the Pure Fusion Collective, there wasn't too many opportunities. Rhea Ripley wrestled the other night too. So I'm not terribly upset, but there could have been at least one more match.
Listen. This is what is on Saturday, Mike? I can't remember what's on Saturday, guys. Can you tell me in the
Royal
comments
Rumble.
what's happening Saturday? Right, the Royal Rumble. Isn't there now, after what, now 5 years? Is there not a women's Royal Rumble? Looking like a Mark, brings the point up. You're talking like there's a big women's match coming up. They don't need a strong division. It's not like they have a Royal Rumble match to build to. It's not like there's a Royal Rumble match or anything to build to here, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, you've heard me say it on this show. I've given Triple H plenty of slack here. This is inexcusable. Look at the SmackDown women's division. Look at that division. They've actually been turning up on SmackDown on a Friday night. Tonight, we got a Rhea Ripley commercial break promo that we didn't even see. We got the promo with Lyra and Ivy Nile and Maxine Dupree backstage. And we got the women's tag team match with Bianca and Naomi and Liv and Raquel.
Which absolutely could, by the way.
We'll
talk about that.
Bayley and Rhea had that little interaction. Great tag women's match. We're going to talk about. But Mike, what is this about, dude? Like, Zelina's going to SmackDown. Great move. You know my thoughts. You've seen it on Twitter. If you didn't, go check out my tweets. Zelina pairing up with Andrade, and if the rumors are true, and Aleister Black, and we're about to hear one of the best theme songs in wrestling come back to WWE with his song. I'm okay with that. She gets added to a loaded women's division, but the Raw women's division, where's Zoe Stark? Where was Bayley, besides the backstage promo? Nia Jax, no appearance from Nia. Io Sky, brief interaction, but like nothing tangible here for the women that you can sink your teeth into and be like, all right, we've got a clear-cut direction of this.
So for me, Nia, I'm okay with. She wrestled Saturday. She's also technically on the SmackDown roster. And for the people who have been announced on Monday Night Raw for the women's side, they were all featured in some way. Bayley was featured with Rhea Ripley. By the way, if we get that match at WrestleMania, I will be super happy. Liv and Raquel had the tag match. Lyra Valkyria had the backstage segment. Ivy Nile was backstage. Io Sky was backstage. So the people that have been technically announced for the Women's Rumble match from the Raw side were there. I just feel like this also opens up a lot of surprises, Like I'm also like, I'm not for the let's get everybody in the ring together and say, I'm going to win the Royal Rumble match. I'm going to win the Royal Rumble match. I feel like they were still creative. While they could have allotted more time for sure. And hey, even Charlotte could have been a good, hey, let's come out, let's surprise the crowd, and let's get an in-ring promo going. But yeah, there's definitely some stuff lacking on Raw because Kairi Sane's injured, Asuka's injured, Dakota Kai's injured.
Wait, time out. Dakota Kai's injured again?
Oh yeah, that news broke today.
How'd I miss that? On who broke that news? WWE or Fightful or what?
I think Fightful broke it, and then Pure Fusion Collective was going back and forth saying, "Oh, this is why Damage Control can't do anything because they're fragile." Yeah.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me,
I'm
man.
upset.
We lost Kairi Sane. We
Asuka,
lost Dakota Kai. Asuka's out.
That's why
Asuka's
Io
probably coming back though.
That's why Io was by herself.
Oh dear Lord! I guess that explains where is the Raw Women's division. Most of them are hurt. Most of them are hurt. All right, Mike. Thanks for answering that question here tonight on the show. That works out well. Rick said he's thirsty now. Get you a nightcap, Rick. Get you some milk. Throw back to the very first episode of the nightcap where I was just chugging milk. Like shout out to Kurt Angle, and we were officially retired. Perk Angle wrestling fans, if you haven't seen the news, we are no more Perk Angle. I don't want to see it. It's peak angle or prime angle. Remember that. My man Rick has been ready for bed since 9. Well, that's okay, Rick. We're going to leave you with some sweet dreams here tonight on the Nightcap. You get to go to sleep listening to the soothing sounds of Mike and ASMR on the Nightcap. This was the most talking I can remember on a Raw. Well, like 60% talking. Yeah, I feel like I was watching an episode of daytime television tonight. Very, very talk heavy, man. A lot of talking.
I'm not mad about that.
Not mad about talking. I mean, I'm not mad about us talking, but I'm in general, there was a lot of talking. Simple as making the women's tag match a lumberjack match. Surrounding the ring with women who will be in the Rumble would have gone a long way in building it up. How about at the end of the show? Let's just kind of talk about this. Let's just have a general discussion. I messaged the boys, in the backstage chat. I said, look, why don't we end Raw with Sammy and Drew, and then we have Cody make the save, Kevin Owens attack Cody, then here comes Punk, then here comes Seth, then you got Drew, Seth, and then you throw out Rey Mysterio, and maybe you throw out a Penta, and you throw out all these guys. You just have everybody kind of brawl to end Raw like the old school 90s, 2000s go-home shows used to do, right? No?
Dude, it's just overplayed. It's overplayed. I loved how they ended Raw.
I mean, I thought the promo was great. I'm sure there's going to be some, oh, goodness gracious, I'm kicking the earthquake. He might be in the Royal Rumble. You never know. Surprises galore, right? That was good. Yo, listen, I'm going to shake the whole desk here.
Earthquake who died like 20 years ago.
Don't worry about it. It's 2025. We got AI technology. We got holographic, images. And listen, don't worry about it. Marcus, the founder of Four Sides of the Ring, wearing a Bird's hat while the Prez is on, is diabolical. Mike is the real heel. Oh, yes, I am. I'm heel
Try
Mike.
To avoid in it.
That's face Mike. Yeah, that's definitely. It kind of pulling back the curtain a little bit. I go as Devil Mike, and that's Angel Mike. That's what the boys call me.
Because I'm a Cowboys fan. That's
right. Because he's a Cowboys fan. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Don't worry about it. With them boys, it's our year next year. Don't worry. We keep
all
saying
right.
it.
Can we talk about Monday Night Raw, please?
Can we talk about Monday Night Raw? Can't watch Raw till tomorrow, but I don't mind spoilers, and I got a thing for guys named Mike. Hey,
he's talking about me. Well,
then you got a double dose of Mike here tonight, so you don't have to pick and choose. You Mike Rhodes. What do you mean? I know that's Chano. All right, folks, let's break it down like D-Generation X, folks. Seth frickin' Rollins kicking off Raw tonight. Gunther's got some words for him. And Logan Paul's here. Boo. Boo, Logan Paul. Boo. I'm not even gonna. I hate Logan Paul. I don't know. Did you notice Seth in the ring when he heard the music and he looks at Gunther and goes, who is that? Well, no, for real, like, who is that? And then he turns around and he sees Logan and he's like, oh, here we go. Mike, never in my life did I think we would open up a Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins, Gunther, and Logan Paul. Ugh. Stinky.
What's stinky about it?
Logan Paul stunk the joint up.
Dude, I need the universe to be careful, the WWE universe more in particular, because if you're going to boo Logan Paul like that, you're going to make people think, oh, Logan Paul is actually drawing heat. Let's get more Logan Paul on our TV. It is reverse psychology that is happening right now. And first and foremost, like Seth Rollins can cut a promo. He is one of the more underrated promo guys in WWE. And then you have Gunther come out, and Gunther was like, hey, I dealt with Jey Uso, and he's like, I hope you win, and Gunther's like, I'm gonna embarrass you. We could have potentially seen Seth Rollins versus Gunther potentially at WrestleMania, but then you have Logan Paul come out, and I think what was cool was this is Logan Paul's first time on Monday Night Raw. Seth is a staple on Monday Night Raw. So there was a little bit of a detail there where Seth's looking with his back to the entranceway and hears the music. And he's like, who is this? Now, 2 reasons. 1, Logan Paul's the SmackDown guy. Now he's the Monday Night Raw. And 2, last year at the Royal Rumble, we heard music and we didn't know who was coming out.
Yeah, that's also true. The generic entrance themes that we heard last year in the Rumble, everyone was like, "What the fuck was that?" Remember last year when we do the countdown? It'd be like 5, C4, 3, 2, 1. Do you remember the C4? So when Mrs. Malinoff, Mike and I were watching it, we'd count down. We go 5, C4, 3, 2, 1.
Bruh, can we get a sponsorship from A1 for the Royal Rumble? 5, C4, 3, 2, A1.
A1. Do they still make A1 steak sauce?
Bruh, it is busting for real.
Well, yeah, it's good, but I mean, like, if you're putting A1 on a steak, then we need to talk about how you're cooking that steak. 1, 2, medium well.
Medium well. And it tastes so well.
Oh, boo this man. Boo him. Get in the chat.
Boo me like Logan Paul.
Boo him like Logan Paul. Medium rare, Michael. Medium rare. And if you really want to, if you're going to a nice steakhouse when you're going to take me out to dinner when I see you the next time.
With all your fine money.
Right. With all your fine money that you're collecting from me. Right. Exactly. I'm making sure I get that steak nice and rare. So it's still mooing a little. Moo, you know? Listen, I like Seth. I'm a big Seth guy. And I like the tease with him and Gunther here. Like, if we came to it, Mike, would you be happy, content, or disappointed if it was Seth versus Gunther at Mania for the world title?
I'm not disappointed. Of course, there's other people who you'd really want to see, especially if John Cena's wanting to get his 17th world title. I feel like that could be a really good one. But, dude, like, Seth Rollins held that world heavyweight title for 316 days before his body gave out on him last year at WrestleMania. And that was the last time he held that world title, but he made that. Like, he made it a legitimate A1, B1, A1, A2, like, world title. Like, it wasn't seen as a secondary title, even with Roman and his title run. So for Seth to get to WrestleMania to try to recapture the world heavyweight title, and for Gunther, who over 80% of his career has held a championship.
That stat is nuts. We heard that Saturday night, and that is still ringing in my head.
Dude, over 80% of his WWE career is with a title. And he's now the world heavyweight champion. And he was pinned as world heavyweight champion while he was still Intercontinental champion. Some people wanted Gunther versus Seth Rollins at last year's WrestleMania. So if we get it this year, I mean, I'm not complaining. No, but I still think we get Rollins Punk.
I think we're on the same wavelength there as well. I think you're pretty privy to kind of where my head's at with that. Yeah, look, I don't see Logan Paul coming over to Raw and being inserted right into the world heavyweight title picture. I don't think that's a smart decision. Nobody wants to see him in that world title picture. 1, 2, if the guy who is classified as a part-timer, I don't want him anywhere near that belt until he fully commits to WWE with everything in his fiber and in his being. Like, I don't want to have a situation where the title gets defended once every 6 months. I don't want that situation to happen again. We've seen a lot of title defenses with Cody. We've seen a lot with Gunther, the U.S. title, the IC title. We're starting to get the tag titles in the mix. The women's mid-card titles are, getting there. The main women's titles are kind of getting to that point where, we're starting to see more title matches taking place, more, one-off feuds here and there. But, like, I guess we'll see what happens Saturday.
Yeah, and it's honestly just hype for the Royal Rumble. I can only see Logan Paul competing for the world title at a Saudi show.
Yeah, there it is. They love him, man. They love Logan Paul over there. Interesting start to this show. I'll give it I'll give it three wings from a nice non-clothed optional establishment in Atlanta. 3 wings, picking up what I'm putting down there tonight, Prez.
Yeah,
Trying to keep it a little PG just for you, PG
3
Mike.
wings. 3
I'm
wings.
rated R. I'm the rated R Mike. You're the PG Mike.
Superstar.
I'm definitely not a superstar. I might be a. Never mind. First action on the show: WWE World Tag Team Championships. Let's go, War Raiders. Shout out to my boys versus the Judgment Days. JD McDonough, and I'm gonna put some respect on that man, JD McDonough's name tonight. So I'm not gonna call him what I usually call him that are sitting behind my head here as well. And Dirty Dom, Mike. Great match here, man. I'll give it a golf clap. I'll give it a round of applause right here live on the show. Give it a little snaps, little jazz hands. Woo! You texted me something during this match. I want you to tell the people what you texted me.
Dude, I hate this term, especially in January. I really do. But I truly mean it. This could be a sleeper match of the year candidate when it comes to Monday Night Raw episodes. Because, dude, this was great. It honestly, like, you almost saw a JD McDonough babyface turn just from almost having a catastrophic injury in the ring. Well, technically outside the ring, because you looked and you're like, is he moving? And all of a sudden your mind is trained to, okay, is somebody going to come out? Are they going to cut the match short? Are they going to like have Dom, handle a lot of the load?
Yeah.
It didn't feel like much of the match changed. It felt like it ran as normal, but JD got his bell rung. And he still was taking some shots. I mean,
let's show the people. If you didn't catch this here, let's just bring it in. I got the clip.
Somebody's got to check McDonough after that. McDonough's lucky he doesn't have a damn broken neck.
Yeah, I mean, that is wow. Folks, that whiplash on that neck, dude, that was wow. Shout out to JD McDonough, man. A lot of respect was earned. I see a lot of people on social media talking about him. Man, what a damn good match, though. I didn't expect this with these two teams. I did not see this coming. Put some respect on Dirty Dom's name, because Dirty Dom looked damn good in this match too, dude.
Dude, and I'm not even a War Raiders guy, but they were able to help out in the match too. And just knowing Dirty Dom's only been wrestling a little less than 5 years, technically, had his start in the pandemic against Seth Rollins at SummerSlam 2020, and now he's here. I mean, dude, very, very impressed by him. Me too.
Overall, 10 out of 10 here tonight. Great advancement in the tag team division. I feel, for Raw, we're starting to see that on SmackDown with DIY and Motor City Machine Guns having a 2 out of 3 falls match at the Rumble Saturday. A-Town Down Under has been announced that they are now on Raw. So that opens up some doors for this tag division. We have the Final Testament, AOPs, Razar and Akam over there. Love to see those two meaty men bump some meat with these two meaty men in the War Raiders very, very soon here on Raw. Things are moving in the right direction for the tag teams right now, dude.
Yeah, and they help set the bar tonight.
The bar? We don't set the bar. We are the bar. Should I flip it? No. There you go. That's it. There you go. That's what you get. Okay. That's something. That's something right there, bud. I wanted to bring this up just because I thought it was an interesting reaction. I thought it was an interesting conversation. Pete Dunne and Ludwig Kaiser. Some hints were dropped here, potentially for a Ludwig Kaiser Penta match, as well as, in my personal opinion, I felt that there were some hints here to see maybe a new Imperium with Pete Dunne being in the mix. Mike, which one of those is more likely? Ludwig Kaiser and his sharp jawline versus Penta, or Pete Dunne joining up with Kaiser and Gunther and reforming a new version of Imperium?
That's good. I'm going to go ahead and say Penta versus Ludwig Kaiser because two things. One, Pete Dunne's, new Catch Republic tag team partner, Tyler Bate, there's a rumor he might be close to coming back. So here in the next, maybe it's this weekend at the Royal Rumble, but maybe it's, 2 or 3 months down the road after WrestleMania, could get Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate back together. Or the other reason I'm saying this, I wrote an article on fansfirstsports.com right as Penta debuted against Chad Gable, and I put up 5 opponents. One of them was Pete Dunne. And now we could have Ludwig Kaiser. So now we could have like Dirty Dom, Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee. Those are other names I put out in the article. So, I mean, I could go a quick 2 for 2 right there.
Well, make sure you go check out that article by the Prez here, Fan First Sports Network Central.com. All right, there you go. There's your cheap plug for the evening, ladies and gentlemen. But this led into Xavier Woods versus Rey Mysterio. You heard us mention Zelina Vega's transferring to SmackDown during this whole thing. But what I thought was very funny was that even Pete Dunne and Ludwig Kaiser don't want anything to do with the New Day. Neither does Xavier Woods' family. Neither does Little Yachty. Man, there's a lot of rappers in attendance. Shout out to Atlanta, man. You had 2 Chainz, Killer Mike,
the other Mike,
Lil Baby. You had Quavo. You had Little Yachty. You had Kai Cenat. He's not a rapper. He's a streamer. You had, man, there's a lot of people in attendance here tonight, man.
Good job, Atlanta.
Good job, Atlanta. Load it up, ladies and gentlemen. Load it up. Thought we were going to get to see Cardi B too while we were at it, She's like doing the whole thing for the New York SummerSlam. I was like, oh, Cardi B's going to be there, I bet. No Cardi B.
No Cardi. And no New Day rocks because, dude, that
New Day sucks. New Day sucks. Hey, get the new shirt on my WWE shop affiliate link in the bio.
Yes, you should. Yes, you should. They did such great detail of that because, even Ludwig and Pete Dunne, scum of the earth, are like, why would I even like align myself with you in any way possible when you turned your back on a brother for 10 years? I mean, after 10 years, you do somebody like that. I mean, nobody wants to touch them. Even Xavier's family. Xavier and Rey can still cook, by the way, in 2025 in a singles match.
Why wouldn't Xavier Woods not be able to cook in a singles match? Xavier Woods is a very good wrestler.
And Rey Mysterio in 2025?
Rey Mysterio found a fountain of youth, dog. Them stem cells are they're good for another 10 years. He could wrestle till he's 70, I bet.
Dude,
keep going.
After that treatment, dude, because there was a time where Rey was injured for a good 3 years, and we're like, man, this is the end. And
that was it.
And now he's vibing and he's getting TV in-ring time over Dragon Lee, and he's like, I ain't giving up my spot.
Hey, buddy just had a kid. He's on maternity leave or paternity leave, whatever you want to call it. Same thing, fill in the blank. But let Dragon Lee have his kid.
I mean, Rey Mysterio has a kid, but he didn't take paternity
but he's a
leave.
deadbeat father because that's why you know what I'm saying? He never took paternity. He's a deadbeat dad. Come on. We know this.
But it was cool seeing Zelina get to go out one more time with the LWO because let's be honest, she needs to be with Andrade.
Yeah, you already know what I was going to talk about. I tweeted it earlier. Shout out to our boys at OTM. They're actually going to be at the Royal Rumble. I'm sure they're going to be vlogging and posting all sorts of content. So make sure you go check out that. Check them out there on Twitter. I'll tell you the handle here as soon as I find it. I'm not good. I'm not prepared, folks. I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared. On the mark. Pod on the mark. Our good brothers there. And one of the co-founders, Mr. OTM at Too Sweet Kyle. We were talking about it on Twitter today. He felt that Andrade, Zelina, that's a pairing. That's probably they're gonna rehash that with her heading over to SmackDown. If Andrade stays on SmackDown, they can say F it and throw him on Raw at this point. We don't know. This transfer window is never ending, it seems. Zelina and Andrade would be the move, but I know a lot of rumors and speculation are swirling around the return of an Aleister Black here, who is in fact married to Zelina Vega in real life. So there could be something more to that than meets the eye, but I think Vega and Andrade, Mike, as co-US champions. Oh, the levels of cook, of chef. We would be talking 5-star Michelin chef, multi-Michelin star award winning chef levels of cooking if we throw Zelina and Andrade together and we let them win the US titles respectively. I'm all in on it, Mike. I'm all in. Put the chips.
All in?
All in, baby. Not all in AEW. I'm talking all in. I just pushed all the chips in at the table in Vegas WrestleMania weekend so I could get my WrestleMania tickets. I put it all in. Ride it all on black, baby.
Dude, I mean, we're going to be able to get like one of the biggest flubs of 2020 was you had Andrade with Zelina Vega. Where did that go? And you had Aleister Black. And the fact that we, in 5 years later, can get Andrade back from AEW and Aleister Black back from AEW, and we can see them not under a Vince regime, but under a Triple H regime. I mean, it's honestly, it's going to be all up to them at that point.
I see it. I agree. I mean, and if you really want to get crazy here, Aleister Black being on SmackDown, if it happens, same thing with Andrade. You got some really good rematches you can call back to here. You also have the WWE champion Cody Rhodes pending if he walks out of WrestleMania as the champion, which I think he will, but we don't know. You also have Cody Rhodes and Aleister Black you can reignite. You've got Cody Rhodes and Andrade you can reignite at some point, and there's a pun intended on that second one when it comes to reigniting things with Cody and Andrade. If you know, you know. I love how they are doing this New Day story, Mike. I think it is perfect.
Oh yeah, and that's why I told people don't get upset, don't worry, because they're going to find a way to tell this story. And when the New Day felt stale, they turned them heel, and now they have fresher legs.
Yep. Yes, sir. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Our only this goes back to the opening segment of the show. The only women's match here on the card for Monday Night Raw. A 2 hour and 43-minute episode of Monday Night Raw tonight. Now, no 2.5. No 2 hours and 35. No 3 hours. Tonight, we were at 2 hours and 43 minutes. Bianca Belair and Naomi lose to Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Bianca and Naomi have a title match tomorrow, Mike, against Lash and Jakara and NXT for the titles. What are we doing here? Making a triple threat tomorrow or what?
Dude, I don't understand that one. But what I will say is Liv and Raquel are going to take these titles off Bianca and Naomi.
Oh, absolutely.
And it might even come at the hands of Jade Cargill getting her revenge. That is the only takeaway I had, other than this being a really great match. That's my takeaway. Is this just leads to Jade Cargill being like, Bianca or Naomi took her out, and she's coming back for revenge.
Interesting. Jade Cargill costing Naomi and Bianca the tag titles, setting up a match with one or the two of them in a triple threat. The big three have a triple threat at Mania. That'd be wild. That'd be a wild booking decision. I could see Bianca. I see Bianca versus Jade at Mania, maybe, with Naomi versus Jade at Chamber.
I don't know. I don't know the timeline of it either, but I see it. I see it in the works because we're eventually going to get Bianca and Jade.
That's 100% written in the stars. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. I know you wanted to, but I'm not gonna let you do it tonight.
All right. Let's move on before I
Let's
break
move
out.
on. He's like, just go ahead and move on real quick. Oh man, Paul Heyman is here to announce that Roman Reigns is on the cover of 2K25. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got a couple different covers this year, a couple different editions of WWE 2K25. 2K25. If you end up seeing this, go ahead and slide your boys a free copy because I'm about to do some free promotion for you. We've got the base cover with the Tribal Chief. Of course, you can see Mike here. As you can see here by Roman's left foot, your right, we got the Wise Man making a cover to a WWE 2K25 game. Mike, base cover, pretty simple. I like it.
Pretty simple, but pretty sick at the same time. I mean,
Pretty
like
sick.
the detail of it, you got, dude. I mean, I really like the base cover. Wait till people see the other covers too.
Wait till they see the other covers because we've got the Dead Man edition with none other than The Undertaker.
And
one-on-one with The Undertaker.
That looks like the purple glove as well. So a little bit of old school Dead Man, a little bit of new school Dead Man. That's the addition that works out for everybody.
That is the edition that where everyone's happy. And then lastly, the edition that more than likely Mike and myself and everyone else will be pre-ordering is the Bloodline edition. And let me tell you something about this cover here, ladies and gentlemen. This is hard. This goes so freaking hard. Roman as the base of the tree. You've got all of the Bloodline here on this. You've got the Ulafala. He's the roots of the tree. I absolutely love this cover. The gold accents. I'm excited for this game, Mike. I'm very excited for this game. I like the little switch around you did there. That was fun.
I want people to see your face.
Swappy swap. Oh, you wanted people to see my face. That is fair. That is fair. It's my show. Oh, look who it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's Brandon, the guy, the belt collector himself, Mike. There's two Mikes, so it's just Mike. He's
Brandon, talking to me.
Shout out to Brandon here. We sung his praises this past Saturday on the Saturday night's main event Nightcap channel, and my man Brandon, I love that title you did for the wrestling club, man. You absolutely nailed that thing. Got it out of the park. Much love to you, good brother. What's going on? Not much. I know my favorite Mike. See, there it is. See, it's me. It's me, Mike.
He's talking about me.
I'm the favorite.
He's talking about me.
Now.
He's talking about me.
Come on, be real. You because I'm his favorite because I give him the chest hair. You got a little chest hair.
Oh, I got some.
You got yeah. Hey, settle down. I am excited though. With this game, Mike. It looks like WWE 2K is rolling out something very similar to the NBA games with the city, with the island. So it looks like you're going to be able to like kind of free roam around and maybe like interact with people online and set up matches and do kind of like side quests. So we might get a little bit of an open world concept here with the island. I'm sure details will come as the game and everything rolls out over the next 2 months. March 7th, I think, March 11th, and March 14th are the release dates, apparently, depending upon whatever edition of the game you pre-order. There is your free advertising, WWE 2K. I will take a copy of the game, preferably the Bloodline edition. Yeah, I mean, that's basically it.
That's basically it.
And we've made it basically... I mean, you could put the mics on a cover. I mean, if anyone has some good Photoshop experience and you want to take the bloodline cover with the trees, if you want to make Mike and get all the boom guys and we can make that as a thing, I think the Prez would greatly appreciate that. And I'm sure he'd send you some of the fine money that he's been taking out of my hard-earned paychecks.
Yeah, it would go into your steak dinner, of course, but yeah.
My steak dinner, right. And it better be rare.
Medium well.
Medium well. No.
Just for you, I'll have mine medium well and I'll make yours well done.
Now he's talking. All the chest hair on the cover. Yeah.
Instead of a tree, we should just have Mike's chest hair and then all right, we got This is about to go over.
This is almost as bad as the poor Sheamus getting. I can't even say it. Prez's ears might start melting off if I say it. Chano, if you're watching, comment it. I'll read it. I won't say it, but I'll read it.
But Sheamus's counterpart, Drew McIntyre, tried hitting a white noise during the main event, did he not?
He did. He did a little ode to his good brother there, Shamo. Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre here. This is now the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times Sami Zayn has lost to Drew McIntyre. He's 0-7, 0-8 against this guy.
Hey, maybe Karrion Kross can help Sami Zayn get over the Drew McIntyre hump.
Oh, please. Karrion Kross, with the interactions with him and Sami Zayn, Karrion Kross being the one that pushes Sami Zayn to Kevin Owens' side as a heel would be phenomenal. People sleeping on Karrion Kross. If you're sleeping, I'm pointing to you. Wake up. Set an alarm. Karrion Kross is absolutely cooking right now, and they're slowly but surely implementing him with the main faces and the top guys on the roster. I wouldn't be shocked here. Karrion Kross has a little sway in some of these rivalries we see on the way to WrestleMania. He's got The Miz and the Wyatt Six traded to SmackDown. He's got some pull backstage here.
And he's still on Monday Night Raw, so he got away from the Wyatt Six. Karrion Kross came out of that feud smelling like like roses, dog. He conned The Miz. He got The Miz and the Wyatt sent over to SmackDown. He beat the Wyatts. He beat Uncle Howdy. And now he gets to hang out on Raw with Scarlett and the rest of the Final Testament and do whatever the hell they want. I love it. The guy's a genius. Mastermind. Do whatever they want. Mastermind right there. I mean, Karrion Kross, he is going to put wrinkles in WWE programming for the next 5 years. He's a huge part.
He is.
He's a huge part of the storytelling dynamic now in WWE.
How many times have we recapped this? How many times has it been said by us and other podcasters and content creators? And hell, even WWE has now made videos about it. Karrion Kross changed Rey Mysterio. He changed Shinsuke Nakamura. He changed Drew McIntyre. He changed Kofi Kingston and Woods. He changed The Miz. He's changed a lot of wrestlers over the last years. He put the sand dial on the ring for Roman Reigns. And what happened shortly thereafter? Roman lost his title to Cody Rhodes at Mania. So Karrion Kross has been your foreshadowing, your Nostradamus, fill in the blank, your oracle of doom this entire time.
The entire time.
It was Karrion Kross all along. That's a little shout out to you don't watch the Marvel shows? No.
I watched more of the movies.
It's Agatha. There was a show Agatha, and it was Agatha all along. Anyway, my comic book nerds will get that. We end the show with Cody Rhodes taking a haluva kick, Sami Zayn staring at him, Kevin Owens attacking Cody Rhodes, and of course, CM Punk is here. Why not? Why the hell not? Let's end the show with Cody Rhodes and CM Punk having an incredible. Oh, don't forget Adam Cole changed him. Oh, damn, Brandon. Damn, son. Damn. You don't have to do my mans like that. Real talk. The old man changed him and ruined him. But now we're back to where we were all those years ago with Karrion Kross, Brandon. So, Mike, the boys did not like this promo. I loved everything about this here tonight. The dynamic has switched after all these years. Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. All those years ago, CM Punk was the guy. Cody Rhodes is now the guy, and CM Punk is the one that has to get back to being that position. I loved everything about this, man.
Dude, I knew you would love this promo. First of all, I thought the show was over. Like, I thought I thought the show was over. And I'm hopping on the nightcap, and you're like, wait, it's not over. I'm like, what? And then dad comes in and he's like, nah, it's not over. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And dude, it felt like one of those, like, you'd feel this pep talk come from like a Rocky movie or a Creed movie. And dude, it was like CM Punk being like, hey, I've been there, like around this 300-day mark, which is where you're at. Like, it started getting in my head, and, you know, kind of teasing maybe a heel Cody.
I love it.
And
You picked up on that, right?
oh yeah. And then
Punk saying the title changes a man. You lose your friends. You lose your smile. You become a different man. I thought, oh, great foreshadowing tonight.
dude, and then because that honestly, like, CM Punk's probably selling himself like, hey, you know, if you want to keep me a baby face and turn this poster champion heel, like, there's your story right there. So I think Punk maybe even went into business with himself a little bit with that promo, trying to will himself into the main event of WrestleMania, if you will. I still think we get Punk Rollins, but dude, just the detail. And Punk went through all that, and he's like, that's the good news. And Cody's like, oh, well, if that's the good news, what's the bad news? Bad news is me.
Yeah.
And it was like, whoa, okay. And then Cody didn't even like back down after that. He's like, well, I was chasing you after all these years, but now you're the one chasing me. But could we just fathom a day 3 years ago, 2022, where we see Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk in the main event of the biggest show of the calendar year for a certain company, and we don't think it's AEW All In Wembley? Instead, it's WrestleMania? Are you kidding me? This would be like, Triple H would probably do this for the sole reason of just saying, hey, Tony, we got the guy who helped start your company, and we got the biggest sign-in in company history, main eventing our biggest show of the year. I mean, that's the only reason.
That's a, you know what that is for Tony Khan? That's a double doom.
Dude, it would be like, it'd be so poetic, but yet so like twisted. And I could totally see it happening.
I want it. I want it. I'm a sicko. Nah, man. If right here, like, you saw me flash it up here, but could this be the WrestleMania match? Cody versus Punk for the WWE Championship, and then John Cena versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight title. Could that be the direction all along? Punk gets his main event. Cena gets his shot at 17 against Gunther. I still think Goldberg comes into play at some point here, but neither here nor there. Goldberg's going to win the Rumble, and everyone's going to that's it. It's over. No one's watching WWE anymore. Everyone's turning it off, canceling Netflix subscriptions. Oh, if it happens, don't find me, please. Nor don't talk to me. I don't want to hear it. It wasn't my fault. That was blame Triple H.
It was Snitsky's fault.
It was Snitsky's fault. CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, WrestleMania for the title. Does that move you?
So, aside from, you know, giving Tony Khan the finger, that doesn't do it for me. I have a potential matchup that I would like to share on some other programming this week. So I'm gonna refrain. I'm gonna hold it in, guys. Just keep your eyes peeled.
Just keep your eyes peeled, folks. Brandon brings up a valid point. So many possibilities. We don't know what we want or what we're getting. Nah, it was Agatha all along. And she blanked Sparky too. Spoilers alert. She did, dude. That was so cold, bro. Big difference, Mike. You ain't never watching that show. You ain't watching that show. Big difference from a year ago to this year. And then we'll end the show here, and I'll break down what's coming down the pipeline here for Boom Broadcast. And I'm sure Mike will have some announcements to make too, some housekeeping items. But Big difference from last year's WrestleMania Royal Rumble Road to WrestleMania season to this year's. Last year, we knew where we were going. We all knew it. The Rock came back. Well, should The Rock sit at the head of the table? And everyone was like, oh my God, it's Rock Roman. Oh my God, it's poor Cody. And Cody ended up finishing his story anyway, and we knew that was going to happen. 90% of the way, we knew Cody was going to get that match. This year, Cody's the champ. Gunther's the champ. I don't know who's fighting either of these guys for either of their titles at this point. It could be The Rock. It could be John Cena. It could be Roman. It could be Seth, Drew, Punk, Cena. It could be the gobbledygooker for all we know. I don't know.
You weren't supposed to steal my idea.
My bad. We're very far from Thanksgiving. The gobbledygooker might have got diced up.
I mean, it will be around Easter when he comes back. So, I mean,
is that the Easter Bunny? The Easter Bunny would be coming back? Not the tooth
bunny. The bunny
the
with
bunny.
Adam Rose. Oh. Nah, dude. I mean, it's great because so many years you just knew what was happening and it took the fun out of it. But you can literally rotate anyone and yeah, it would be totally fine, my friend.
Brandon, this has been I have tried to make this conversation happen for a very long time, Brandon. People don't want to hear it. There comes a point that they may have too many. They may have too many. There are so many top guys and top women in WWE right now. That's 100%, dude. It is anybody's game right now. Or do they even make it to Mania as champions? Dude, I thought Gunther was going to lose too. Brandon, I swear on everything. I thought Jay was going to win that title Saturday and then lose it immediately at the Royal Rumble because he was like, so arrogant and ended up giving a rematch or giving a match to someone off the cuff and being a rookie champion and then losing it in 2 weeks again, like they did the IC title with him. We still got Chamber. There's the road to WrestleMania, folks. This year is not paved just yet. But you know what is paved, ladies and gentlemen? The road to the Royal Rumble starts this week here on Boom Broadcasting, where Mike Davis is going to tell you what content we've got coming up this week, and then I'm going to break some news here on the show.
You're going to break some news on the show.
I'm going to break some news.
You're going to break some news.
Are you gonna say what's going on? Because we're running out of time here.
Well, I'll let you guys know. We have some wrestling podcasts that are happening. Obviously, you got Drop the Mic on Wednesday. You have that on Wednesday afternoon. We have other content for you, non-wrestling related. 3 from Deep is now 3 times a week. You got Out of Pocket. You got this one. You got Dugout Debrief. You got this one. You got that one. So on and so forth. Dad and the Boys, the video version drops tomorrow at noon. But we don't just have Drop the Mic. We have other wrestling content, don't we, Mike?
We do have other wrestling content. Thank you, Mike. That was a great segue here. We've got our main man, our good brother, Sean, who has Wrestling of Destiny, his wrestling podcast that comes out Saturday mornings in that good old 10 a.m. time slot that you know and love from back in the 80s and 90s. Breaking news, though, for the first time. Now, I don't know. Should we tell people or should we let Sean tell the people?
I mean, there's not an It Stinks this week. Because he's been working on getting this together.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this Saturday. Is it dropping Saturday? Are we doing it Saturday? I actually don't fucking know.
It might be dropping sometime this week and before the Royal Rumble. You have to stay tuned to our socials for it. But it's not just going to be Sean on the show, is it, Mike?
It's not going to be just Sean. It's going to be Podcast Smitty, host of Quick Hits, Shannon Smith on the show. It's going to be the man who goes by the name of the Prez of Boom Broadcasting, you, Michael Davis. That's who you. And of course, it's not a party. It's not a prediction party without the man that likes to mouth off. And that's me, ladies and gentlemen. That's mouthing off with Mike. So, Wrestling of Destiny, we've got a Royal Rumble prediction pre-show coming at you here this week. So stay tuned to Boom Broadcasting Social. Stay tuned to Mike's, mine, at Sports with Luke on Twitter, Grit and Grind Podcast NC on IG at MOWM_podcast. And of course, I have my own YouTube channel, Mouthing Off with Mike, and I will be doing my Royal Rumble predictions. I don't have the thumbnail to show you just yet, but ladies and gentlemen, if you saw last year's Royal Rumble thumbnail predictions for my episode, then you're going to love this year's because it is right on pace with last year's. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here. Make sure you go subscribe to Boom Broadcasting. Take care, brush your hair, brush your teeth. Sweet dreams are made of these, boys and girls. The nightcap is concluded. Go in peace. Bye, guys. We're out of here.